trying to keep it clean, brother. You never know who could be watching, man. Biggieshaq's coming for you motherfuckers, dude. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do, man?
No television for a week. What?
We are so serious, guys.
You're fucking high! Are you out of your mind?
Goes in Robert's wall safe, and it's gonna stay there.
No!
Okay.
This house is a fucking prison! On planet bullshit! In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks!
Well, how you doing, everybody? Take 2. Are you ready for this one? JB, are you live now?
And you know this, man.
Holy shit, I just went the first 10 minutes without even being live. I thought it was on fire. I was like, man, this is great. JB's having an unbelievable stream. No, I was not even live. Holy moly. By the way, I wanted to start the show by shouting out my man Perry for hitting me with a super chat before the show ever started. Perry, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. One more time. And I am not alone tonight. I have help.
What's up, Combo fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
Everybody, I'd like to welcome you and introduce you, the comic book community, to Bruce and Stephanie from the Bruce Moreau channel. They are here. If you don't know this, Z Collects. I actually asked for this earlier. This is what prompted me. This is what prompted me to tell me that it wasn't live. I said, hey, Z Collects, drop me a link in the chat. They were in my live stream playlist and no link came. And I was like, wait a minute. Zeke's on top of his. I can't believe I don't have a link yet. And I looked up and I wasn't even live. I was getting the Facebook notification saying, dude, you're not even live. All right. Anyway, I'm JB. Thanks for joining me. This is Disco After Dark, a late night community chat. And for the second time, I would like to introduce Bruce and Stephanie, who are going to talk about their channel for a second. All right.
Is this the time?
Now you're live. I promise.
All right. JB was asking, do we have a schedule? Not really, but we drop videos normally every Thursday and Monday. Thursday is my new comic book reviews. I review comics that I read. It's a good time. You should watch it. And then on Mondays, it's my new series that I just started 2 weeks ago. It's my suggested pickups on New Comic Book Day.
That's awesome.
I'm picking up. There's also some other ones.
Yeah. I do want to mention I'm super jealous. I'm so jealous right now. Because, and then there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of us out there in the community. I'm not just to say guys, there's a lot of us out in the comic book community who are absolutely jealous of what you got, Bruce. What you both of you have. Being able to enjoy this this comic book thing, this quirky, whatever you call it, that we have.
Yeah.
Have someone who enjoys that with you and something that you can share, someone you can share that with. That's awesome. And I'm so jelly of that, man. When I watch you guys doing your stuff on Friday nights, I'm like, man, that would be so cool if I could get, my wife into this kind of thing, but she just doesn't dig it, but that's okay. That is fantastic.
I am so unbelievably lucky. Like, I can't even tell you, JB. Stephanie and I just started dating like a little over a year ago. And I told her, I'm like, by the way, I'm a nerd. I'm lucky. I'm telling you, JB, like, she was like, literally, I'm like, and then I'm thinking of starting a YouTube channel.
Uh-huh. And you were down with that from the beginning, or did you say I don't want to be on this? Are you crazy?
Being on camera, but Bruce,
yeah,
I can do it if Bruce is here. I tried doing my own video once on his channel. If you go back, there's one video.
Oh no, we lost him. No,
I didn't enjoy that.
Here we go.
Do it.
We froze there for a second. So, when you first said you were going to start the channel, you guys were both in from day one that we're going to do this together.
No.
No. All right. Bruce said, I'm doing a channel. And then eventually you said, what are you doing, man? You need some help.
No, I was like, oh, that's awesome. You should do that. But don't involve me.
I wish it would have been a group thing to begin with, because I would have named the channel Bruce and Stephanie Comics from the beginning.
You can still change that though.
No, like once you change, like once your name is solid on YouTube, it's done. You can't change it.
Okay. All right.
Like you have to start a new channel, which then you have to start a whole new following. You have to you know, if you have millions of subscribers, it's like, yeah, I'm moving over to this channel. Everyone join me, and they're all like, oh yeah, I'm doing that.
What was the inspiration for you to even start a channel?
I came from a relationship where I was very all my loves were very frowned upon. My ex-wife was very like, oh, you like comics? Oh, that's stupid, and you should not do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you like video games? Oh, that's stupid. You should not do that. And then I finally, got divorced, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate the shit out of all this stuff because that is what should happen.
Yeah, if that's what makes you happy, that's exactly what you should do, right?
And that's exactly what I did. And then I met Stephanie, and I'm like, Stephanie, I don't want to go back to that. She's like, no, like celebrate yourself and like celebrate who you are. I'm like, yes, I'm going to.
He cried. It was emotional.
It was emotional.
Oh, I mean, it was a big moment. Like when I finally actually recorded that first video, that took like
months of him being like, next week, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It's so hard, right? But once you get started, you see how fun it is, and the community's fun, right?
No, the community is amazing. Like the last 3 months, where I've actually like gone into the community and done live streams, like join yours and joins Perry's and Comic Jabronis and everyone's. The community is amazing.
Yeah, it is. You know what I have? I had something set up here for everybody because everybody in the community. I just want to say. I got nothing but love for you, honey. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Oh yeah, I got nothing but love for my comic book community, man.
I mean, it's huge, JB. It's so big. It's so inclusive. I don't know. It's amazing how awesome this community is.
You guys definitely take care of each other.
I gotta start highlighting some of these because if there's anybody in the chat that has a question specifically for Bruce and Stephanie, please put the whole thing in caps so that I can see it and it stands out, because the way this thing loads, they load in blocks and I'll miss it. Okay, so if you have any questions specifically, when you decide you're gonna make a channel and in comic books. Well, first of all, did you decide it was going to be in comic books, or because I originally wasn't going to do comic books? I originally wanted to do a Star Wars channel.
Star Wars, really?
I was going to do. I wanted to do Star Wars nerd, geekdom. I just follow all the Star Wars news and be one of those people that reports on Star Wars news.
Yeah.
But I didn't go that way. I ended up going to comic books because I think it's a bigger, and as Perry will tell you, I kind of branch out from comics because I like statues, I like Funkos, I like action figures, I like all that content. And, there is an umbrella for that. We're all nerds or geeks or whatever. I don't know what you call it. But when you first decided to do a channel on YouTube, were you like, I'm going to do comic books and I'm going to do reviews what made you decide to do what you do?
I was reading it. I've always read a ton of comics, always. Like, since I started picking up comics, I think I've never collected less than 10 or less. I don't know. I love comics, and they're a passion of mine. And when I first started like thinking about it, I did a little bit of research, and there didn't seem to be like a ton of people out there. Then I started putting out content, and I started doing more research. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people out there.
There's a lot of us out here. Yeah, there's a lot of content out here. But everyone's
it didn't slow me down. It just like made me more eager to want to up my value of my channel and want to sound more intelligent and want to, I don't know, maybe I just get an extra light and put it over my head so my lighting's a little better. Or it didn't shy me away from doing the channel at all, because I think everyone's opinion is going to strike a certain viewer.
Yeah.
Like
I guarantee
love things that other people are going to hate. Like I love the Tom King Batman. A lot of people hate that. Hate that book. I'm like, wait, how do you hate that book? It's so slow. No, everyone has their opinion, and that you need to find your crew, your people that follow you, and then you just also need to then grow from there. And that's where I am right now. I have some solid followers, and now I just need to continue growing. And this is the next piece, guys. Right here, I have her.
Is there going to be any content that is, because I'll be honest, I've seen content with you, where Stephanie's not in it. Are we going to flip the table? Are we going to see some content with just Stephanie without Bruce?
No.
No.
I don't do well by myself. I need.
Are you reading any comics? I mean, I'm not. Are you reading? What are you reading? If you are reading, I'm not sure if you're reading.
Here we go. This is a great question. I'm questioning her.
What do you like to read? Are you reading? Have you read Saga?
No.
Oh,
you should.
Everyone should. I think I read up to issue like 12 and I fell off the band.
Yeah.
I've caught up on things. I mean, there's things that I read as they came out. Little Bird was like my favorite that I read. Little Bird.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to catch up on things. Bruce has a stack that he gave me that I read every week a little bit. I just read the Wonder Woman Last Earth.
Last Earth.
Oh,
okay.
And I read the first of the Batman Last Night on Earth. Yep.
That's the one where he's carrying the Joker in the
the
Joker head.
Yeah.
Nope. It sounds like Bruce, you're more of a DC guy, huh?
It's difficult. Like I love certain parts of Marvel, but DC is where my favorite characters are at. Like Batman, come on. Tim Drake, yes. Damian Wayne, oh.
All right, that's your sweet spot. That's cool.
That's my sweet spot. But, I love Wolverine. I love Captain America. Captain America is just like a big character of mine, especially Ta-Nehisi Coates. Captain America is so good. Daredevil is so good. Chip Zdarsky.
Are you reading the new Thor? I know you are.
We talked about it. We
talked on your stream, and these are a couple. I knew that when I busted out Thor, and you're reading it, and then come on, guys, what happened in X-Men was awesome.
I mean, Jonathan Hickman
got around to reading this, and how this ends, with the final lines of "burn it down." I got chills when I read that final panel, man.
I mean, that is Jonathan Hickman just at his best. Like he wrote when he relaunched Avengers was so good. He brought in all those crazy characters. He brought in Starbrand and what was the other character? He just does a great job of like relaunching a new universe. X-Men needed to be rebooted. Who was the best person to bring in? Jonathan Hickman. Let's reboot the shit out of that.
I read Power of X and House of X. I wasn't impressed. I did not like those.
Oh man, I was blown away by the storytelling of that. And then this is an example of it where, I love when you introduce just a snippet of something early and then you come back to it at the end and it completes the circle of the story, And this issue did that a couple of times. There's even a couple of scenes in here where they're referencing, a conversation that happened early on in a couple books ago, which you're seeing the exact same conversation from a different angle. It's really well written. This was one of my favorite ones of this new X-Men run, this particular episode. And also,
I think what House of X and Power of X did not do for new readers, which is why I had Stephanie read those books, was they did not. Jonathan Hickman was not concerned about new readers.
No, because I have no idea who these people are.
He was like, "All right, I am only focused on current readers who know the X-Men universe, who are ready to jump into something new, who want something new." He wasn't concerned like, "All right, let's grab those new readers. Let's do that. This is a point to grab new readers." Because Steph, I was hoping, I was like, this is gonna get you engaged. This is X-Men. This is like one of the best parts of Marvel.
No, I don't know any of the characters unless they were in the X-Men movies, and I couldn't follow it. It was too much.
Sorry, I just got a couple of people popping stuff to me, so I just want to take some notes here to make sure we get everything. All right, so we both agree that X-Men is on fire, but I had mentioned earlier, and this has been an ongoing conversation for me at my channel, that every week I'm dropping something. I can't keep carrying all these titles. I can't keep hearing. But every week, sure enough, I get to the final page, the final panel. I'm like, son of a bitch, they did it again. And what the hell? What the hell?
Shut the hell up! My kids are trying to sleep!
That was another clip I promised somebody I was going to do, by the way. If you're looking for Beavis and Butthead clips, they've got some crazy stuff. I can't remember how funny that shit was, man, when I used to watch that growing up. Here's one.
So like in heaven, will all the chicks do anything I want?
No.
That sucks. Do I get x-ray vision? Can I get some nachos?
No.
Are you sure this is heaven?
Are you sure this is heaven? I can't get no nachos. Sorry, man. Oh, anyway. On your weekly poll, what are you guys up to? I was 12 last week. It's too many. I'm trying to trim it down. What's your weekly poll?
Last couple weeks has actually been pretty light. It's been like 7. This week was 9. Next week is bonkers.
Next week is bonkers.
It's like I think $77 in total.
If you can only pick what you actually know in advance, damn, you're fucking way better than me. Holy shit!
Well, I was like, I'm doing that video where I do my pull list and plus suggested, and so I just started adding up all the numbers. I'm like, oh my god,
next week will be a killer.
Yeah, next week is brutal. There's tons of DC, tons of XR Marvel, and then I have like 6 indie books. It's like Family Tree #4. Shit, what's some of the list? I just saw the list. It's.
Well,
Give me the best thing you read this week. What's the one title? The best thing you read this week?
This week, Thor.
Yeah,
Thor was so good. Thor was fire. When Beta Ray Bill caught Manola and was like, "No, I'm not fucking letting it go."
I agree with you, man. I was waiting ever since the final panel of 2, when Beta Ray basically says, "I'm coming through you. We got to do this." Basically, I was like, "Oh, this is on. It's on," because he don't even know. He just showed up. He don't even know that Thor got all this extra power and that backhand that knocked him into the planet. I was like, ooh, but that wasn't it, man. Beta Ray came back strong. Oh man, I don't want to ruin it, but man, it's a great book. If you're not reading Thor, you're missing out right now. There's a lot of good. Who just hit me and they said, "Why are you trimming down the comic? Why are you trimming down?" There's so much great stuff out there. There is a lot of great indie reads too. Are you guys tell me about indie? You reading any?
Oh, Stephanie loves indie.
I like that better than any of the other comic books.
I
think it's easier because there's a lot of the comic books that are like Marvel or DC. You have to be following to understand who the characters are. Indie books,
backstory, all these different characters and how they tie. But when you get into an indie title, it's kind of fresh and new, and you can pick it up kind of from one and create a whole new universe.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Yeah, I've been reading some great. Boom Studios is
killing it.
Killing it. It's like everything they're dropping right now has been awesome.
Something killing the children.
Yes.
Something killing the children.
I'm not on something that's killing children. Everybody's like, "Dude, you're fucking nuts." I'm not on it. I got the first issue and I didn't get on it. I mean, you can't be on everything. I got 12 on the poll already.
Yeah, I think my indie books right now are Once in Future, Something is Killing the Children.
I gotta read this by Monday, man. I gotta
get the whole Watchmen book.
Yeah, for Modern Men. That's our read for the Modern Men.
Oh, just watch. Yeah, I think Something Killing the Children is the new indie book that everyone should be reading.
Yeah, you spend more money on comics than groceries. Yeah, I got kids, man. These kids will eat you out of house and home. It's nuts.
How many you got, JB?
2. I got 2 girls, 7 and 9, 1st and 3rd grade, and it's just a blast, man. But
we get 10, 9, and 4.
Is I got the neighbor's kid over. We're so close with the neighbors. Their daughter is the same age as ours. They're in the same class. The yada yada. We just put a gate in the back of the fences so that they can come back, and forth.
Oh, that's funny.
Slide gate so they can come back and forth. But it always seems that on the weekend, either one of mine's over there or they're over here or whatever. You always end up with an extra kid in the neighborhood. But I enjoy being a dad. It's the best. It's the best.
No, it really is.
I can't do a show when they're home, unless my wife's home, because my wife's literally keeping them from fighting right at the front door, because they will bring the fight, over whatever it is. They're going to bring it right here because they want dad to make a decision right now. What's going on? And without my wife, I can't do a show because they'll literally be standing there while I'm trying to do it. But yeah, I'm blessed. That's all I say. I'm blessed.
Yeah, kids are the best. They can be the worst, but they can also be the best.
Pope. I'm not reluctant to read it. I just haven't gotten started. There was so much other stuff I wanted to read. I had Pope on last night, man. If you guys didn't see the show last night, I had Pope Service on. He's fantastic, man. He's got a hell of a collection. That was one of the best after streams I've been on for a while. Pope started busting out books. He busted out the long box. I was like, oh shit, here we go. We're gonna read some books.
Was it old books or new books?
Mostly older. Yeah. We're looking at Pope was one of the first to do this. First of all, I got to give it up to Pope because I don't know I really don't remember who the first person to buy a round of books was in the pop-up shop, but I know that Pope was the first person to coin the phrase it was cheaper than a round of shots. and then it just kind of took because, hey, man, if we were all together right now, honestly, if we were all together in a room, all 31 of us, we'd be buying each other drinks at the bar, right? I mean, it'd be a good time. And in our community, buying somebody a comic book is just as good. It's like an AFK. So he was the first person to ever coin that phrase, and I got to thank him for that. But he's also the first person to ever just kind of, and I put it out there. Hey, I'm selling in the pop-up shop to buy more mystery boxes. Hell, I'm on the hook for $250. I just claimed 2 Jabroni V3 boxes. So that's gonna be and dude. If you guys haven't seen the Geek Aficionado, where's my Geek Aficionado? I got to put my Geek Aficionado branding up. I love my Geek Aficionado. If you haven't seen the Geek Aficionados, he's got a killer mystery box. The Geek Aficionado. He's got a killer mystery box too. But I sell them to pop up so I can buy more mystery boxes and help support the community. But I keep 1 or 2 out of every box because there'll be something that I actually collect. Well, I finally said, listen, man, you got a stack of books over here. Instead of you paying me for me to go buy more books, do you want to trade me some shit that I actually want? And he's like, hell yeah. So Pope was the first person that I basically did a trade. Hey, bam! Scarpins Comics says, I want to see it, JB. Show me the new disco. All right, I think I gotta lift it up. I gotta lift that thing. I want to be able to keep their thing on the screen, so I'm gonna have to lift that up a little bit. Little bit of editing. Thank you very much, Scarpads. I appreciate you, man, for stopping.
Always gotta edit. Always editing.
Always editing. What do you think of the new Disco After Dark logo? I don't know if you've seen that one. I changed the logo so that it stood out better.
I like it a lot.
I needed the white. My wife actually. I asked her, I go, hey, what do you think of these? The late night comic book chat. She goes, oh, those look good, but what does that say? I'm like, Disco After Dark logo. She can't read it. And I looked at it. I'm like, oh, shit, you're right. You can't read it. So, my wife helping me out. So let's see. Did I reach the limit? No. Did I
Jackson house.
Disco After Dark logo.
Pretty
cool.
Great.
Yeah.
I think the white pops off of that.
No,
Where's
sure.
my man? Dylan? Is Dylan's comic book rants in the chat? No? Because I promised him something and then he doesn't show up. But you know what? Since I worked on it, I'm going to share it with you.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
The new Dylan's logo.
Did you do that?
Well, I didn't make the original one. Comic Head 84 did. But as soon as he made it, Dylan changed his freaking logo. Intro, and now it doesn't have the right logo on it. Send me your shit. So he did, and I just changed it up for him.
Nice. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Are you guys familiar with a gentleman named Tony Fett?
No.
Tony Fett?
Tony Fett.
I know Boba Fett.
Talk Comics. I'm actually going to shoot him a quick invite. I was on his stream today with a fantastic, cool thing he's got, and I want him to share it real quick. So let me go ahead and send him an invite on my Gmail. See if he comes on. I asked him for his email, but I didn't tell him why. I said, hey, what's your email? But he's doing this challenge, and this is really genius, actually. And I don't know, the people who thought of this is really cool. There's a company out there called Katya, and it's a website that sells comic books.
Okay.
And what they did was they got with Tony, and Tony has done kind of a bracket challenge where each of the people who were in the challenge, and I was lucky enough to be chosen, we were given $15 to spend at newkatya.com. And this website was fantastic. I mean, it blew me away. I mean, you not only could you choose the book, but you could choose how much you wanted to spend because they had all the different grades that they had available.
Okay.
And then they broke down how they came up to the determination of that grade.
Sure.
On a grid, it shows you. And I don't want to do it now because I want Tony to talk about it and check out his stream because we shared the screen and it was really cool. By the way, I did win the challenge.
You did?
Just so you know, I won the challenge. But I was facing the comic jabroni who was challenging me, and I had bought. I'll show you what I bought. As a matter of fact, my $15. This is $15.
Did you actually get sent the books?
Oh yeah, I got the books right here. Yeah, we had to show the books. We had to show the books, and then the chat votes to see who moves on to the next round.
All right.
And interesting was we were tied 3-3. There was only 8 people watching. But we were tied 3-3, right? And I figured game over. I'll vote for Jabroni. So I voted for Jabroni, said, hey, Jabroni wins, game over. But then he voted for me, so we were tied again.
Oh no.
So then he invited Rod the Rican on. And I'm thinking, well, I'm done, bro. I mean, come on. This is the comic connection, right? They got a show.
Yeah.
They're the Four Horsemen. I'm done. And Rod comes on and he goes, man, JB had one book that I really was over the top, so that's the winning book, and he wins. So I won the challenge. But this is what I got. So I had to change all the bags already, but I'm gonna go ahead and make you guys. I'm gonna pop you to the side here. I went for just some older, stuff to fill my runs, and you got Marvel Team Up. This one was 45 on that one, and then this one I believe is 39. Now they're out of order now. These Marvel superheroes are reprints of earlier Silver Age stories.
Sure.
But still, look at the cover on that, man. Marvel frame covers, Marvel superheroes, Marvel team ups, and then I'm sticking with the team ups, and it was team up for the win. Marvel team up, Spider-Man and Beast. Yeah, and then we went Thing and Tigra.
Are these 80s books or
30 centers, 25 centers? You think that'd be late 70s, right?
Late 70s, yeah.
Late 70s, 78 maybe. Thing and Son of Satan.
Son of Satan.
And then Thing and Power Man. I ended up getting 7 books delivered for less than 50 bucks.
Wow.
7 books delivered for less than 15. And then here, let me see if one of them's got it, because I changed all the bags. The bags were kind of funky. I'm not going to lie. The bags were a little funky. But they have these on the back of them. Check that out.
That's cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's a little grading matrix. So it tells you that they graded this at a very good. And then out of all of those little criterias, they gave you their scores. Tears at the staples, inside pages, flat, covers. Now, all of that information on that grid is available when you're shopping it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they have all that in the interface. So anyway, I thought it was cool. I invited him on. I don't know if he's gonna pop on. I'm moving on to the next round, and it's bracket style, and I'm not sure who I'm going up against Dan. I believe I got Dan Piercy, who beat Metarog. Yeah, Dan Piercy had beat Metarog. If anybody's interested in this, I have a link on the homepage. Also, because, and yours is on there too, anytime I make a guest appearance on somebody's stream, they're added to that. So there's a playlist called guest appearances that your live stream for tonight is now part of forever, because I popped on there. But I just thought that was really cool, man. That's a great way to introduce a company to our community give away $15 to each person, but still, we got to wait. We got to check out the interface, check out their website, which I never would have found before, and then since we're all YouTubers, we're sharing it. Anyway,
Yeah, that's amazing.
I thought it was kind of cool.
It's really cool.
How close are you to your LCS?
I have an LCS that's 15, 20 minutes away, but I also work in New York City, so I take the train into the city, and it's like 20 minutes from, or no, 10-minute walk from the train to Midtown Comics.
And Midtown's just like crazy, isn't it? I want to go to Midtown. Is it nuts?
I mean, it's great for new books, but if you're looking to like dive into like old categories and stuff, that's not really where to go. They also have great statues. They have great trade selections and stuff like that, but it's all modern stuff. If you're looking to do what Biggieshaq does, like dive through old catalogs and like do that kind of stuff, that's not where Midtown does that. But if you want a beautiful store for modern books, there's nothing better than Midtown.
Nothing,
and that's
right?
where all the artists go. Like they constantly have books at cover price with
signed by the artist.
Yep, with
certs
certs on the back.
Crazy. That's so cool.
Cover price.
That's so cool. Yeah. I now, do you get to any cons? Have you done any? You guys, are you?
I've done New York Comic Con.
Are you gonna cosplay?
Oh well, that's the goal this year. As long as we get tickets, we're gonna do Little Bird and the Axe for.
Ooh, nice.
So we're gonna start working on the costumes very soon because we want to make sure we're legit. We're not like half-assing it, and then we're gonna vlog the whole thing.
Very cool. Yeah,
we're
you definitely share that. What is your Instagram?
Oh, babe, you know that.
I don't know.
Are you active on
Instagram?
I think it's Bruce.
I think it's just Bruce Stephanie.
Okay, but are you active, or is it more of a just for texting?
What's that, JB?
Are you active on Instagram? Do you post regularly or not?
No, I try to post daily. At least one thing. It's Bruce and Stephanie.
Yep.
Just Bruce and Stephanie, no spaces. Yep, that's perfect, man. How did you get to? You jumped on that one first, man. I can't believe there wasn't another out there. That's cool.
Yeah, I try to post daily. Like I try to keep it constant. The same with I can't do videos daily. It's just too much. But I try to find like cool news. There's always great news out there. I throw that out there, or just like pictures of us or whatever's cool.
If you're not familiar with Kachun and Delphia, they have a DK cosplay. They are serious cosplayers. Like,
oh yeah.
So we have questions about
the whole outfit, and I wonder if you know what, I can do that. I can lurk Instagram, right? Nobody said you can't lurk Instagram, right?
I think so.
I'm gonna go ahead and show you DK cosplay. They've got some great stuff. Yeah, let's lurk some Instagram for a little bit. Why should I not use the word term lurk? Do I have to pay royalties to like Perry for using that term? All right, let's go over here. I'm gonna share the screen. Kachun, we're gonna go check out your page, bud. And I think it's DK Delphia. Bam. Cosplayers. Look at this helmet.
Oh, that's crazy. Is that wearable?
Wow. I don't know if that's wearable. That is them right there.
That's awesome.
That's freaking awesome, man. Getting out. Look at the wings on this one. He built this.
That's awesome. Red Lantern.
Yeah, he built this contraption that she's carrying on with the wings. These are great, man. Where's Kachung at? Come on, he's in here. Hey, here's the man. There he is.
That's amazing.
No, definitely good stuff.
Yeah, no, we're excited. It's my first time cosplaying, so It'll be interesting, but I love New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con is crazy. I've seen guys walking down a street in New York City in full Transformer outfit.
That's cool.
They can barely walk, but they're hustling down the street in the full Transformer outfit. It's insane.
So beyond New York, though, you don't ever travel to try and go to a con? Like I flew out to Chicago and then out to Baltimore.
Yeah, not right now. I mean,
You go to BlizzCon.
I've gone to BlizzCon a couple of times. BlizzCon is my other con that I've gone to. If you don't know what BlizzCon is like World of Warcraft, StarCraft. It's a big video game convention. It's pretty epic. But that's my other con. But now that I'm more focused in comics, I plan on trying to get out there and do more things. But family first, and then other things. So.
Nice. So you have 2 kids. Were they? Did you say both boys?
3 kids. We had 2 boys and a girl.
Okay, so you got a little. Yeah, I had 2 girls, and everyone kept asking, "Are you gonna go for it? Are you gonna go for it?" No, dude. I'm already outvoted 3 to. It's 3-1, and at the time I had my mother-in-law living with us, so I was like, I have 4 women in this house already. With my luck, we'll end up with more. I said no. No, but I'm blessed to have 2 healthy, right? That's all. As long as you get healthy. I just wish I started earlier. There's 2 things I wish, actually. Now that I'm the stay-home dad right now, I wish I started earlier because I feel like I'm too old and to be running. Like as they're starting to get into sports and stuff, I'm like, that. And if I was ever going to buy a house again, which we probably won't, but you got to have your laundry on the same floor that you are sleeping. You have to, because if you're doing laundry, you can't be, having to go downstairs to change the load of laundry. It's the worst. So yeah, probably a 1-story house going forward. And another one, when you got to carry the kids upstairs and they're asleep, you guys know this. Any parent out there knows this. Your child awake and your child asleep weigh 2 different weights. They're 2 different weights, not the same weight. The child awake weighs 20 times less than the child. The child asleep weighs like she's got concrete in her pants,
A bag of sand.
So, anyway, that's me ranting about being a parent. I do enjoy it. I'm blessed. Like I mentioned, my wife lets me do this for fun. And as long as it's paying for itself, which right now it is, with the pop-up shop, it's paying for itself. Everybody's happy.
No, but dude, you have an awesome channel. I really, really enjoy it. And I respect everything you do. And I try to coach a little bit of your energy every single week.
I appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to come with it every day, man. There are times when you just don't go, and it's because you just don't have it. And I don't want to come out, if you don't have it. You got to have it. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support in the channel. I appreciate you popping into the pop-up shops. Well, what did you think the first time you saw that? I mean, I don't remember the first time you popped into the chat, but I'm thinking, I remember some people that pop in, like Maverick, when he first popped into the chat. It was during like a show where 8 of the 10 rounds were being given away, and Maverick's like, "What the hell's going on, dude? I don't get it. What's going on here?"
I personally just thought I knew a couple of the people on with you. Like I think I heard a Metaphorical before, and I was just like, "What is this?" And then I was like, "Wait, I can buy comics on here? Wait, these are comics I want and need, and they're $1. How do I get into this?"
Yeah.
The community is such an integral part to your show and everything else. They're just, I don't know. It's just amazing. Like I love your show.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. I really do. Because it's funny when you have 1,000 subscribers. Realistically, what does that mean? Because you don't have 1,000 people to watch you. You have just a little, 70 to 80 people that really, really watch you.
Yeah.
And those are the ones you end up doing content for. You're not doing it for the 1,000. They ain't even watching you. It's the 70 that are going to watch you, the 20 that are going to comment. Those are the ones you're doing it for. At one point I was doing, pre-edited videos, and I started to premiere them. And premiering them was awesome because you got to interact with the chat. Now, my pre-edited What's On Today videos never took off. They never took off. I tried all types of different formats. I've done everything, but it never really took off. It doesn't get more than 100 views. They had 70, 80 views, 70, 80 views. But you know what? Those are the 70, 80 people that watch my channel. You know? So that's why I would continue to do it. I just, my wife would say, why are you putting all the work through this for this premiere? Why don't you just release it and get on with your day? You know, what's the big deal about being in the chat? Being in the chat is the instant gratification.
Yeah.
That's why I did the video. For the 20 people that were there during the live premiere that were saying, dude, this is great. Hey, how you doing? That's why I spent the 4 hours editing that video for those 20 people and that 10 minutes that I got to chat with them. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing the show live. I'll make the thing 30 minutes because the whole point of it was to sit and interact with everybody.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it's been. Is it great for channel growth? No. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it is not great. This is not a great format to grow your channel huge because it doesn't have that rewatchable, you know, content like Bueller's and, you know, that JLS and Perry's got some of this content that is just, you could watch it a year from now and it still makes sense.
Right.
Where mine, not so much. Now I'm sorting books, which actually is getting a lot of views on the rewind.
Is it really?
Very similar to yours. Comic book fiends want to see books.
Yeah.
The true comic, we will sit there and I'll be working on the computer watching books, you know, outside my, what's he got? Okay. No. Like I mentioned with you, when you're doing that show of yours where you've got your short box and you're showing what, you know, what the hell's in here, I'm literally watching yours like this. You know, like I'm gonna get a better view. What's he got coming up next, man? I want to see what's coming up next. I could watch Biggie dig through long boxes for hours. I could, because I'm a comic book fiend.
Yeah.
I'm a nut. I just want to see the cup. Wait a minute, babe. Biggie, dude, I think that was a key. Bro, you're going too fast. Biggie,
Go back.
Go back. Hey, go back and get that first appearance for me. Oh man. Holy shit, dude! I don't think that's ever happened. Oh my god. Bueller, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm kind of speechless, but I'm gonna drop the one more time for my man. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot to you. Bueller is one of the original, and Bueller and Billy and Tom and Reggie. Those were the early on channels that I watched, and they were inspirational. And not only were inspirational, they were actually helpful because I had conversations with Bueller. I had conversations with Billy. I had conversations with Tom, and we talked about, you know, the channel and what's your goals and they level set you, because you can get really excited about this and think that you're going to change the world overnight. And then it doesn't really happen that way. And you got to kind of come back to reality, and these guys keep you steady. And they are helpful. Yeah. And I try to be helpful too. And I think Metaphorical is another one. We try to be helpful. If you guys need help on something, dude, I'll make an overlay for you. Wait, you want me to work on something? Shit, I'll do it. And I'll send it home right now. I want to see more people come to the community and make more content.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I am lucky is I work in the motion graphics industry. So all my colleagues, I'm like, hey, so I know we're working on this video for Google, but I need this thing for my channel.
Like your intro bumper. I love that, man. Did you put that together? Or did you have someone make that one for you?
Oh no, that's all me.
Good stuff.
Just most of the stuff on my channel is myself, but every once in a while I'll be like, so I'm not really good with logo stuff. Can you do that for me? And they're like, yeah, but you know, I mean, I'm pretty savvy. I know like all the Adobe suites. I know how to do enough stuff to get the channel by.
Yeah, I shocked myself. I'm doing all this stuff in PowerPoint.
Are you really?
I'm doing it in PowerPoint and saving the picture as a PNG.
Nice.
Or I've got a PowerPoint that's the size of my thumbnail, and I just use Snippet to make it. And that's my thumbnail. I snip it out a JPEG, and that's my thumbnail.
Yeah,
so, I mean, you don't have to spend. You don't have to. It'd be cool if if you can't afford to do that. Because you know how Tom makes his thing arch.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I can't do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. Look at my Disco After Dark logo. It should be arching around the ball.
Yeah.
Do that because I don't have that program. But hey, I think it still looks good. You just work with what you got, man.
Exactly, man.
Right? So what it said, you should do a throwback of how you started Discovery. That's interesting. I should, I don't know. In my very first video, there used to be a map right here. There's a huge map of the United States because when you first get back into buying comic books in this community, you're on eBay, right? You're on eBay and shit's coming from all over the place. And I was shocked where these books were coming from. I'm like, holy dude, oh my God. I just got to.
Oh, you were mapping it out?
Yeah. And my girls and I would map it out. So the original show has my girls. As a matter of fact, I took it down. Oh, I didn't take it down. I took it off the intro video.
Yeah.
My youngest was over here picking her nose and eating their boogers over here on the video, and I never noticed it. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And it was up for a good 6 months before someone's like, dude, your daughter's like eating her boogers over there. I'm like, what? I never watched the whole video, but the show would be, I would open up a box. It was an opening, an unboxing, but the girls would put a pin on the map. And that was helping them find the states, in the city that all come from. And we were putting pins all over the map. That was the original thing. And then they were like, I don't want to do it no more. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to do it no more? They didn't want to do it. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to force you to do it. And I wanted to, John's Comics with Kids Saturday morning with his girls.
That's so good.
Dude, the first time I saw that, I was like in tears. I'm like, I want this. I want that. That's what I want. Where's my girls? Come here. Come here. We're doing stuff on YouTube. Get your ass over here. But they didn't want to do it. And then with the COPA thing and the kids, and I was like, all right, we're just going to have to just remove the kids from the equation. And I really don't put them on the camera at all. Very rarely will they come in and I'll let them on the camera now. But I think you're just trying to protect them, right? That's what it's all about. There's lots of girls out there. I don't need anybody, watching the girls and stuff. So I'm just keeping them off for now. Even though they want to make their own channel. And what's Dad gonna say? Oh, I don't have time. Yeah, fuck yeah, all right. So yeah, we're probably gonna be coming up with something. Most likely, they're not going to be on camera, but I'm going to record them playing with their Barbies because guess what? They watch this stuff.
Oh my God!
So many people watch that stuff. It's so weird.
Other kids play with toys.
It's so weird.
You're watching them play with Barbies when there's Barbies laying all over the floor. Just play with them. Just play with them. But I don't know. And maybe it's the storyline. It gives them a story to follow because I think I've seen them reenact some of the Barbie playing that they saw earlier.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
For whatever it is. But anyway, good stuff, man. It's fun being a parent, isn't it?
Yeah.
The kids reading comics.
Something new every single day. Every single day.
Are your children reading comics?
Nate loves Dogman and Hilo, and
he just read Timmy Failure, but that's not really a comic.
Yeah, he loves like a lot of the non-traditional, more kid-based stuff.
Grab one.
In the comics a few times.
I can't even do it. I feel terrible doing it, but you know what? Here, you guys saw this joke, right? The comic book. No, you haven't seen that one. I'll share with you. Everyone else has already seen this one. It was a gag. Someone sent me a gag gift where the comic book, because I get so many things sent to me. It said, "Hey, I found smaller envelope, so I saved you on shipping. I sent it in a bubble mailer to protect the comic," and then folded it in half. And it was actually a gag gift. And I should have known it was a gag gift because it came from IC Wiener. I didn't notice that it came from IC Wiener. Okay, so my kids do read comics. And,
that's great.
And I'm thrilled that they read comics. And I have to just accept that be happy that they're reading comics. But let me show you how my kids read comics.
Oh, it's right there. I've seen like how my 4-year-old
children read comics.
Yep.
And then the next page.
Yep.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yep.
It's like, well, I'm reading. That's not how you read it. Well, yeah, you read from panel to panel. I know you read panel to panel. We talked about it, but you don't have to fold. What do you fold in the thing for? She goes, well, what am I supposed to do? It's a book, man. You sit and just lay it down. You don't have to. But every single book, and I find them like this, laying out all over the place.
Oh my god. I was bagging and boarding some books today, and my kids were like, "What are you doing? What are you doing that for?" I'm like, "To protect them. You protect your comic books, Dad."
Yeah. Manga, nice, God tank. Yeah, I'm happy that they're reading. And I'll be honest with you, you got to look at these comic books before you give them to kids.
Oh yeah.
Not for kids, man. Even ones that you think are for kids ain't for kids. You have to be very specific. And now there is a line. There's a Marvel line for kids, but I'm putting them in mostly into what is it? The Pink Pony and Barbie and those types of titles. Even some of the older stuff isn't even appropriate for kids.
Yeah, I got Nate the Spider-Man Venom book, the latest one. I forgot what it's called, but he really liked issue 1. I'm probably going to pick up I think they're up to issue 4 now. That's very kid friendly. It's like very cartoony. And then what is supposed to feel like?
Now, some of these are actually worth money, right? And I don't know if he's still in here, but Bueller had one and I saw this on his auction, which was amazing. This was a kid's comic, and it was hot. It was on one of the CBI. I don't know what list. It was on a list. We'll just call it. Yeah. And it got hot. And this was a kid's comic book, one of the kids' versions of these comic books, but it was like a B cover. And I think he sold this thing for like $70 or something. Yeah, I mean, it was nuts. I don't know if he's still in here. You guys know which book I'm talking about, but this was a kid's. And it just come out. I mean, like a new release B cover.
$70.
Yeah, man. I don't know if he's still in it. Does anybody remember this book that I'm talking about, folks? It was like a B cover. It's the new Marvel Spider-Man one, and it had just come out, but it was on the list, and he had an auction. Ironically, right after the release of the list, and he had one.
That's
and he's like, it ain't ever gonna get hotter than this, so I'm gonna throw it up. He threw it up, and it went for like mad money. And I was like, God, man, the kids comic books are rare. They're collectible. Holy shit, they're all collectible. Everything's collectible, folks. Everything is collectible. You guys collect anything else besides comic books? No statues, no
children. Just 3 children.
Just children.
Just children.
And what toys? How is toy shopping for the kids when you want to buy toys? I mean, do you buy toys that you want to play with? Come on, man.
He's got hoverboards. Those are fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, the 4-year-old's into cars and dinosaurs, and then the other ones are just old enough now that they're into
like video games
and stuff.
Do they have iPads and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Roblox is where.
What is Roblox? Not only do they play it, but they watch people play it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they will watch somebody play Roblox for hours.
Hours.
Should I turn my channel in? Well, you can't be monetized on that anymore, right? Is that true? Like the video game channels aren't even monetized, are they?
Yeah, I think there's something happened on YouTube where that got penalized or something. I'm not sure.
What was the one with the poop emoji comic? No, it wasn't poop emoji. It was a Spider-Man one. Yeah, it is. There it is. Marvel. I think it was, Marvel Tales Spider-Man 1-in-10 ratio by IDW. That's what it was. And it sold like crazy money.
That's crazy.
Anyway, all right. Last couple questions for you. Movies. Do you go on release night or do you just wait for it to come out? Do you care?
It depends on the movie. It really depends. Like some movies that we're super hyped about. We were super hyped about Harley Quinn or Birds of Prey.
And
we made ourselves available. We got a babysitter ahead of time. We did the whole thing. It's just hard. We don't have that very many babysitters.
Good.
Yes, I loved it. Bruce didn't love it as much as I did, but I loved it.
It was like a B-.
Still, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, for DC, it's really, really good. It was a very enjoyable movie. It had a couple corny moments that took me away. I didn't like how they dealt with Black Mask and Silas Saz.
With the characters, it'd be tough for me.
Like he's the guy who he cuts himself every time he murders someone. So he's supposed to have scars all over himself. I don't know. It was a weird casting, but Harley Quinn was badass. You know who Cassandra Cain is, right?
No. Batwoman?
She is Batgirl. She's called Orphan now. She's like trained to be the deadliest person in the universe. She's like supposed to be crazy badass, and she's like this chubby little pickpocket in the movie. And it,
come on, give her due.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But overall, the movie was awesome. It was really funny. It was enjoyable. The fight scenes were badass. Like the fight scenes were so good. It was just like, as a huge DC fan, I had certain expectations for characters that weren't met, but that is everything.
Is there anything coming up that you're looking forward to this year?
This year, I would say the next movie I'm super excited about is probably Batman.
Oh, and after seeing that, the clip there, does that a knife? Does that look like butterfly knives opened up?
I think that's gonna be battering. That or it's gonna be some kind of like you said, like some kind of knives or something he's gonna pull out of his chest.
It almost looks like they're they're blades that were flipped open.
I think like the whole suit looked like an actual like pieced together suit. It's like made like every other suit's kind of like
a single piece, right?
Yeah, this looks like it's like
armor that he had to put together.
Functional suit, which is badass.
Yeah.
Are you?
Okay, so I know you're reading Batman.
I'm excited for that.
You're excited for Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Eh.
I liked the first Wonder Woman. Bruce didn't like that either.
The first Wonder Woman, except for the last 10 minutes.
The last 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, the last fight.
Based on the last 30 minutes.
Fight lost me, and that lost me. Now, Batman. Tell me what you think of the new Batman. The new Batman run. Tinian.
Oh, Tinian?
Yeah.
The first book was okay. Second book was better. Third book was dope. Like third book, dope.
Crazy.
I am so excited for.
I agree with you. It's gotten better and better and better, and the art and their interpretation of the bad guys.
It's wacky. It's crazy. It's
really cool, man.
Yeah, I love James Tinian. James Tinian is writing Something Is Killing the Children. Just a reminder, bring it back.
Bring it back to the beginning again. I like that.
But James Tinian, he's an amazing writer. He did a great job on Justice League. He's doing a great job on Batman. He's doing a great job on pretty much every book he touches. So he's bringing the Joker War or Wars. I don't know if it's Wars or War. I'm excited for that. He's bringing in a new Harley Quinn or Harley Quinn replacement for the Joker, which I'm excited about. So if you want to spec for a key book, pick up Batman 89 because that's going to have that character. So pick up multiple issues of that.
I've been on Batman for a while. Even when I stopped reading it, I never stopped collecting it. It's just one of those things. That's the only real DC title that I've been true to. I was true to Detective for a while, but then I got off that. There's others out there who'll tell you that Detective has been good the whole time. When
garbage, they're liars. They're fooling themselves.
Nice. What's it? No Time to Die, but the last few Bond movies have been disappointing. Oh no,
I haven't followed Bond.
So we were talking about upcoming movies. I was not looking for. I definitely wasn't thinking I wanted to see Morbius until I saw the trailer, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, Morbius actually looked really good.
That might be good." Bloodshot's coming out. Eternals, I think, is going to be the big money one, but Man,
Marvel's.
Black Widow, man. Black Widow is going to be freaking good.
No, come on. No way.
Black Widow is the first film in their phase 4. Do you really think they're going to start their first film in the next phase without one introducing something that's going to be key to the whole phase?
Sure.
You know,
So you're going to watch a whole movie that's going to be okay for that one thing. It's going to be like an Ant-Man movie. It's going to be decent. It's going to do its thing. It's going to be enjoyable. But it's not going to be like, oh my fucking God, that was the best movie I've ever seen in my life. My mind just got blown. No,
You
it's
think
like Scarlett Johansson playing like a character she should never have played in the beginning. So,
do you think Eternals will be that mind-blowing
yes,
Marvel production?
I think so.
Now, I originally said I think I was banking that Eternals is going to be the big production because it's in holiday season. It's down in November timeframe. But then there are people that said, "Hey, the big blockbuster normally does come out in early in the summer. That's their big hit, which means they would be positioning the Black Widow to be their bigger movie."
I mean, I can see them doing that, but from the trailers, it doesn't look like it's going to be that big movie, and it just, I don't know. I don't like Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. I just don't think she's a good fit for that character.
All right.
I'm harsh on a lot of these movies. A lot of people loved Endgame. We hate the shit out of Endgame.
Endgame. Wow. There's some great scenes in there, man.
There was. We're not taking away from the scenes, but the story as a whole, I think, is hot garbage.
So then there's no way you like the last Star Wars film.
Oh, we haven't seen it because we weren't interested.
Well, if you didn't like Endgame, you don't have to see the next Star. It's the same movie. It's the same. They just kind of recast the characters. There's even scenes that look the same.
No.
I'm serious, man. When the cavalry comes, you're gonna go, didn't I just see that?
Oh my
God! And they came out of the holes. So no, a lot of similarities between those two movies. But you know what? It is late for you in the East Coast. I really do appreciate you for coming out tonight, man.
Oh, JB, thanks so much for having us. We truly
solid hour for my Disco After Dark show, my Friday night episode, and I can't thank you guys enough. Your channel's fantastic. I hope people that are watching us on the Rewind are going to reach out and check you out. I am really good about adding links, so there will be links to your channels in the description below, including your Instagram. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. They're putting out some great content. Do you have anything dropping this weekend at all? Or are you taking the weekend off?
I'm going to try to do my Wednesday or Sunday long box digging.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Around 1 o'clock on Sunday. Around there. We'll see. I got to talk to my wife or my wonderful girlfriend.
All right. Well, I really can't thank you guys enough for joining me. And I want to thank everybody who joined us in the live chat and anybody who's watching on the Rewind. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, go ahead and give me a thumbs down. I've already had one before the show ever started. So that's all right, folks. I'm all right. As always, everybody, have a great weekend. I probably won't be online this weekend. We'll see. You never know. You never know. But don't forget, we had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
Catch you later.
Night.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.